Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got breaking news coming out from the Baltic Sea to share with you. So, we're going to talk about a story that I briefly brought up regarding our update video this morning with Ukraine and Russia. We talked about some underwater sea cables in the Baltic Sea being damaged. Now, there's been official reports that are just coming out today that just over the weekend, starting from Sunday, we had two underwater sea cables, one of them being damaged and one of them completely being severed right in this location that you see here where it says Sea Line 1 in the middle of your screen. So there is a cable that runs all the way from Helsinki up in Finland all the way down to Rostock, Germany. Now, apparently that cable was completely severed right about the middle section there that you see on your screen where it says Sea Line 1. That's about where it was severed at. And we also had another underwater sea cable running from Sweden, which is just a little bit to the left of that Sea Line 1 label on your screen. That is the country of Sweden. And then just a little bit to the right of the Sea Line 1 label on your screen, that is the country of Lithuania. Okay, and also in that same area, we had another cable that was apparently damaged. Okay, so very interesting information as just not too long ago, I want to say just about a week ago, we had reports coming out from Nikolai Patrushev. He is a Russian politician claiming that NATO was preparing to blow up underwater sea cables and potentially even maybe blame it on Russia. Okay, so was this NATO that damaged these? Was it Russia? Or maybe was this some sort of freak accident or maybe an anchor or something dragging along the sea floor from a ship traveling through there? Maybe accidentally severed one of these undersea cables. Well, very interesting information. We're going to talk some more about this today as Finland's state-controlled data services provider Cinia reported that the Sea Line 1 undersea cable connecting Finland and Germany was severed and it disrupted services. The cause is under investigation, and they believe that external forces are suspected. Okay, and they say that this incident follows similar damage to a Lithuania-Sweden cable, raising concerns about the security of critical infrastructure in the Baltic region. So definitely they are worried about this right now. So I want to hop on over just to X for a moment and show you this report that we were talking about just about a week ago. As you can see here, November 11th was when this came out. This is from Sprinter Family. Patrushev accused the U.S. and Britain of planning to blow up underwater sea cables following the Nord Stream project. New infrastructure facilities may come under attack from the U.S. and Britain, said Russian presidential aide Nikolai Patrushev. The Americans and the British are considering sabotage on the Nord Streams as one of many methods. Advance their economic interests. They could also hit marine fiber optic cables that provide communications through the world. Okay, that's exactly what supposedly has been hit over here in the Baltic Sea. Okay, is apparently these underwater sea cables. Okay, and again, one of the major ones going from Finland to Germany completely severed. Another one from Sweden to Lithuania being damaged. Okay, so again, this is very strange, the timing of this, and we've definitely been seeing lots of reports where all of a sudden some sort of warnings will come out, and then just a few days later, exactly the thing that we're warning about, that we get these reports on, is what starts to happen. Okay, so I want to talk some more about this as well, as we have this report from the Financial Times. We're going to go over this. Germany and Finland deeply concerned about severed undersea cable. Foreign ministers do not rule out sabotage as part of Russia's hybrid warfare. Now, the foreign ministers from these countries are obviously warning that this could be sabotage from Russia, as we have seen some acts of violence happening inside of Europe recently. We've had even many times where U.S. troops were on high alert inside of Europe, and they were apparently preparing for major attacks, hybrid warfare attacks coming from Russia. Now, obviously, many of these things did not happen, but they have definitely been warning about that Russia could be causing some sort of sabotage events inside of Europe. So it says here, Germany and Finland have said they are deeply concerned about a severed undersea communications cable between the two countries, saying that it raised suspicions of possible Russian sabotage. Cinia, the Finnish state operator of the 1,200-kilometer Sea Line 1 fiber optic cable between Helsinki in Finland and Rostock in Germany, said it had been cut early on Monday morning in the Baltic Sea close to Sweden and was almost certainly the result of external force. In a joint statement, the foreign ministers of the two countries said, "We are deeply concerned about the severed undersea cable connecting Finland and Germany in the Baltic Sea. The fact that such an incident immediately raises suspicions of intentional damage speaks volumes about the volatility of our times. NATO countries around the Baltic Sea have been on alert for potential sabotage of undersea infrastructure ever since the still unexplained explosions of the Nord Stream gas pipelines between Russia and Germany in 2022. Last year, a gas pipeline and two data cables were cut in half in the Gulf of Finland by the anchor of a Chinese ship, although authorities have not said whether they believe it was an accident or done on purpose. Okay, so here's again a kind of like a map to show you guys. So it's kind of in the middle of this cable where it had completely been severed. Okay, and again, here's Sweden, here's Lithuania. So right in the middle here as well is where we had another cable coming from Sweden all the way over to Lithuania. So right in the same areas where it seems like both of these cables have either been damaged or completely severed. So interesting that it happened in the same area. Now, could it have happened from the same boat? That maybe if this was some sort of mistake or accident, maybe the same boat caused damage to one of them, severing the other. Could be possible, but obviously they were investigating at this time. Separately, Swedish telecoms operator Telia said that communications cable between Sweden and Lithuania was damaged on Sunday morning, almost 24 hours before the Finnish-German severing. So see, all around the same time, about 24-hour period. NATO and its member countries have stepped up surveillance and monitoring of tens of thousands of kilometers of cables and pipelines, especially in the North and Baltic seas. Elina Valtonen, Finland's foreign minister, and her German counterpart Annalena Baerbock said, "Our European security is not only under threat from Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine, but also from hybrid warfare by malicious actors. Safeguarding our shared critical infrastructure is vital to our security and the resilience of our societies." They added that an investigation was underway. Synia declined to say if it was believed it was sabotage or an intentional act, adding that a ship's anchor or fishing trawler was also possible causes. European countries have recently suffered several sabotage incidents, including fires and parcel bombs, with authorities in many cases pointing to the finger at Russia. Valtonen said Finland would not hesitate to attribute blame for a hybrid act if it established that Russia or another country was behind it. Synia said it should take about 5 to 15 days to repair the cable that linked the data centers. It added that there appeared to be no sign of increased seismic activity, which could have also severed the connection. So they're claiming that there was no earthquakes in the area. They don't know if any ships may be traveling through here, potentially accidentally severing these connections. Who knows exactly what happened here? But they are claiming that if this was some sort of hybrid act established by Russia or another country, that they will take action for this. So could this invoke Article 4 and eventually move to Article 5? I don't know. You guys let me know what you think down below, but this is definitely a pretty crazy story. Now, again, the interesting thing here is that we recently heard from Nikolai Patrushev, okay, that politician from Russia, stating that NATO was planning to blow up undersea pipelines. Now, that is obviously the weird thing here, is that just not that long ago we heard this information. Now, let me know what you think down below. Do you think this was NATO that did this? Do you think this was Russia? Or do you think it's possible that this was maybe some sort of fishing vessel or some other boat that was traveling through here that could have accidentally damaged and severed these connections under the sea? But let me know what you think down below. That's going to be it for this update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. With that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.